What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 18 on my journey to 1200 ELO. If you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's game. Alright, so get some tunes on for you guys. Deep breath. And let's get into it. Let's see who we're playing. Hub 57. Good luck, my friend. We will be playing the London. We've been on a bit of a losing streak here, so the goal is to try and get back to where the quadruple digit ELO is. So get right back over 1,000. So it looks like he's going to fianchetto his bishop and get his knight out to here. I'm going to put my queen on d2, I think, and maybe try and trade off his bishop. It's kind of what it looks like he wants to do to me. I mean, this is also just a move, right? I mean, he's not stopping it by any means. I think we'll play e3 and potentially go for an attack on the queen side. We'll see what he does. So the problem with this is he can literally just play knight to a6 and it defends the pawn, so we don't get our cool little tactic that way. I think we can continue developing, and I don't know, I might push for e4 soon. I think my queen should go on d2, and we can work on maybe trying to trade off the bishop after the knight develops. So our knight wants to be here on the f3 square. Okay. So now I think we can get the queen off the file. We're not really letting him know which way we're going to castle. He's leaving this bishop kind of, I don't know. Typically you see them castle on the king side, castling short. I was thinking about castling queen side in this game. But I have options, so I guess he has a move like knight here, attacking my bishop, which is sort of annoying. So I think maybe with that in mind, we could play a move like a3 to prevent it. He just does it anyways. That's fine. We can definitely kick the knight on the next move. So we'll threaten the knight. I don't know why my opponent is not moving these pieces. It's interesting to me. So this knight doesn't have very many good squares. It doesn't look like. I guess he could move here. I think I am going to get my bishop back over here and prepare castling so that I can push e4. So we didn't see, or I didn't defend this square before, so we just kind of, you know, backed our bishop up, you know, kicked the knight back out, and then put our bishop back where we wanted it, kind of originally. So if I take here, I think we should definitely take, and then I can back the bishop up. So he kind of took our move from us that we wanted to play. So more than likely, that's a weird move. This pawn is hanging. I'm gonna take the pawn. We're threatening the queen. Looks like he wants to castle queenside, so my knight is not defended right now, so I think the queen will need to move somewhere like here, probably here, just to defend this pawn, because otherwise I do get a fork. I don't think moving here is a good move for the queen. I think she's got to go to one of these squares. This kind of blocks the castling idea, so I think the queen will come here. I guess if that happens, I will probably just back up is the best option for me. Or I could somehow defend. I could bring my bishop to the party, which defends my knight twice. Let's see. Also, could potentially get this knight, or I could just push this pawn. I could do that. I don't know if that's that great of a move. It kind of blocks my bishop's path. I think I'm using a good amount of time. My opponent is as well. This knight is hanging right now, so I do need to defend it. I guess the question is, should I do it like this? And I think that's not a terrible move by me, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. I am thinking still castling this way. I'm also thinking about maybe using a pawn to help defend my piece. Okay, so I think this is simple enough. We can defend with the pawn. Knight can't come in because I can take with two different ways. My opponent is still not castling. I haven't castled either. Okay, so they castle queenside. I'm going to do the same and maybe back my bishop up. If he moves his knight over here, I can just take. This pawn will more than likely be lost. I have a move like this. I also can just work on trading off this dark squared bishop. Okay, so they defend, or they saw that. They're probably gonna try and push this now. I'm wondering if I sack, if that's really a thing. This pin could definitely become a thing on my knight because my rook is here. Move like this is rather annoying for my opponent. He would take, I would take, he could take, and then I could take this. But also he might just trade queens there. That leaves this hanging as well. Can't do that. I think that we should maybe take care of this bishop for the moment. This does look kind of nice, but my queen can't infiltrate. I think we'll play this move just to not lose too much time. He could come back down here and pin my knight. Yeah, which is alright. Do I have a move like that? It doesn't look like I do. I could break the pin. This might be the easier thing to do. I could also maybe look at a move like this now, attacking that and that. If he takes, I take. He would probably actually take my queen first. At the end of that, this would be hanging. I'm gonna play it. It seems wild, but I'm attacking these two pieces. If he takes, I think we'll at least be trading some pieces here. So if he takes, I take. He can also trade off that rook. I can recapture with my knight, or the bishop, or my king. I think I would probably use my dark squared bishop. So he does trade that way. So I guess he didn't like that Um, I mean, I'm gonna have to take back this way. I think he's gonna take, and I'll take back. Otherwise, we'll double our rooks. That's an interesting way that he took there. I didn't expect him to do that. Alright, so he brings his knight in. I'm going to double my rooks, and I do have this hanging pawn over here. So we might be able to get up 2 pawns. If he moves this rook, this pawn will be weakened. So I can't move here. If I trade off a set of rooks, that might help me, because then I can take this pawn. Okay, so he takes that way. I can now attack the rook. He can play this move, but I can kind of reroute, maybe. Could also come back here. So now I don't have that. This knight is kind of a little annoying. This pawn was hanging. So what do we got? I don't really want this knight to come in. I could activate my rook forward. Bishop is a little out here now. The knight is dominated on that side of the board though. So I think maybe we can get the rook involved. Don't really want the knight to go there, but he's probably going to push this pawn next. So I guess in anticipation of that, maybe we will drop the bishop over to here. I think I want this first, and then I can drop the bishop back. Could do this, and it just fixes my pawns if he does want to trade. I don't think I want to do that, though. My bishop seems like it might have the potential to be pretty good. I do lose communication with this square if this move happens. Yeah, I think I'll come back to here to drop back to here on the E3 square. That's interesting. So if I take, he takes. Or he's probably going to take with his rook, actually. My rook is kind of now in a bad place, I think. I'm going to actually reroute my rook back. If I take, he takes. Yeah. I was thinking about this, but his knight kind of covers it. We'll take. He'll probably take. This just lets his knight potentially be able to come in. So he's probably going to take with the rook. I'm going to move my bishop then. Probably to here to drop back. I could come all the way back here. I don't know if that's helpful. We're low on time, so we need to play a little better. I'm going to just drop back. I could actually come forward now as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do this instead. I have a check like this. The knight really can't move right now. I'm thinking if this knight tries, this knight is pretty much just owned. He like is out of the game. This pawn is hanging. So is this pawn. And then this one. If he takes this like that, I can throw in this check. I'm going to just back my bishop up over here. He's probably going to give a check. I should have backed all the way up here. Stupid. Really silly of me. Definitely thinking about taking though. Getting this king moved forward is okay. So with that, I can also just take. We'll take the pawn, threaten the knight. The knight has like no squares. I guess he can come here. I have no idea where he's gonna come here. I'll just keep threatening pawns. I'm gonna bring my king. My bishop covers this square. Should probably get these off the same file like that. My opponent is losing on time right now. Hopefully they make a move in a second. Alright, so they attack my bishop. I can... Ooh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I can just drop back. If he wants to take, I can take. This is not covered anymore. That's dangerous. Okay, we won on time. Super scary game. I didn't play but so well, but we defeated a pretty high rated opponent. Played with 78% accuracy. Just kind of played a London. I played Joe Baba style because I was assuming that he was going to play more normal, kind of like a I forget what this is called, but it's kind of like the Grunfeld, maybe. I think that's what it's called. It's similar to the King's Indian, except for the fact that this pawn is on d5, kind of stopping me just from going e4. So I think it's a pretty good opening, but he didn't really play it. And I'm pretty out of territory here. It looks like I was winning for most of the game, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we saw this move. Once I moved my queen here, I kind of realized that my bishop is a target. I should have realized that when I moved my bishop here. So a move like this exists. So when he did that, I just dropped my bishop back. He moves his queen in. I kick the knight. Then I put my bishop back. Still not the best move. They just want me to go straight up for this immediately, which I did kind of see that a little bit later. I took once here. I think they could have taken, and just one material right there. They did this instead. I then took a pawn in the middle of the board. I bring my bishop over. They bring their bishop back. I defend with a pawn. They're just building up pressure. We both castled queenside, and then I pushed this. And it kind of ended up being a little annoying for me. I knew that this pin was going to be a little something, but I played this move. And I shouldn't have done that. Just bringing my queen forward and getting it off of this is ideal, because now I can just move this knight somewhere with tempo on the queen. It's a lot smarter way to do it. Instead, we just kind of had this wild trade that didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. I decided here to take so that he could do that and I could potentially take this, but he correctly takes with the knight, which is better. I moved my bishop here, which is not the best move. Just backing up was a lot easier. I did this trying to attack that, but it's not really a good way to go about things. Little one move threat. He just moves the rook, and now he's actually defending this, which is why I should have just maybe dropped back. This is defended by the knight as well, but anyways, I would have been keeping pressure on this pawn if I had just stayed on this file. Instead, we do this. I also didn't really like my rook move. I noticed kind of after I played it, I was like, that wasn't the best move. And this was kind of how I discovered. I figured he was going to take like this instead of playing that, but this is kind of a weakening move. I guess I could have, in hindsight, maybe played a move like that, threatening his rook, but I did this, which is funny that that's not a good move. So what is the... He takes, I take, oh, and you just can't, you're gonna lose the piece from me trying to promote. Interesting. Yeah, so 2 pieces for a rook is great. He's gonna have to sacrifice his knight when I push the pawn, so, and our bishops are really strong. That's pretty cool. I didn't see that. I kind of had ideas of maybe doing something, but, just because I was like, his knight just doesn't move, but... So this pawn is hanging. I probably, he correctly sees that it is. I take the other pawn. He moves his knight out of the way because I was attacking it. I bring my king into the action a little bit. He threatens my bishop. I come back. The square is defended, because, he's got some eyes on it, but I'm defending it with my king. I took this pawn over here, which was not the best move. Giving this check was a better move. And then even, he can't come in. He's going to have to go back. And this just seems like it might get deadly. Could even bring my bishop forward in there. Okay. So we played a pretty good game. It says we played like a 1250, which is what we're striving to get to. I'm rated 999. So the goal is to get back over 1,000, and I'm having trouble with the clock. So I really need to work on maybe understanding positions a little better and not taking so long on trying to calculate too much or things that I shouldn't calculate. I might be wasting time when I'm calculating is my intuition. But also, I play some speed demons. I've been playing some people that play so fast. This guy played a nice game that I felt comfortable. We had the same tempo, and I like that. So thank you very much, Hub57. It was a good game, and I had fun playing with you. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.